thunder cracks, the ground shakes, and clouds hover over Dublin. All these girls in white stockings and red-headed boys in short pants have been chafing their feet to bloody blisters and getting calluses their whole life, practicing 5 hours a day for the chance to be here. I don't get it. I'm just trying to repeat after them. This is the last rehearsal. Next Sunday, these people will line up in the longest ever line of Irish step dancers to set a Guinness World Record toe-to-toe with the stars of the legendary Riverdance show. But I'm afraid their plan will fail. Because they've got me now. Alexander Pukhov, the weakest link. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. How long have you been dancing? Me? 10 years. 10 years. I have only 10 days to learn all this. It's a piece of cake. We start with the right leg. You will prove that a person can learn in 2 hours what others study for 10 whole years. I'm afraid I might not be able to. 5, 6, 7, 8. My path to the best party in Ireland will be full of humiliation.
This guy's a lost cause.
But instead of giving up, I will keep practicing 24 hours a day. In a shoemaker's shop. I feel like a shod horse. On the street.
You can do it.
And even in a bar. Whatever it takes to set a Guinness record in Guinness's home country and dance with the loudest dancers in the world. Hi. What do I need to do? So I'll show you the steps.
Yeah, okay. So first of all...
First, you stamp with your right foot.
Right.
And then you do the treble.
Okay, and then a cut.
Then it goes up.
So, I'll show you first.
I'll show you again. Stamp with the right foot, up, treble, and another treble in the opposite direction. Then the same sequence with the other leg. With every strike, his heels are smashing my last hope to just wing it straight into the asphalt.
Okay, thank you, man.
Thanks, man. I'll do my best to just repeat what you just did. Just practice. Well, you've seen everything for yourself. I'm not sure if it's possible, but I'll do everything to make it happen. I have to say, I took this event way too lightly. To be honest, this was my first ever lesson in Irish dancing.
Is even more than anyone that you adore and love is all that I can give to you. Love was made for me and you. Love was made for me and you. Love was made for me and you.
The flash mob organizer, on the other hand, the Riverdance group, came back from its European tour specifically to do an extra concert for the future record holders. To mark the occasion, their hometown theater even gives every spectator a half pint. Good afternoon, everyone.
Welcome this very special audience.
Next Sunday, we are all going to form one line and dance to set a new world record. Do we have anyone here from the street master class?
You can be as noisy.
Get as noisy as you want and repeat after our dancers. Let the show begin. Wait a minute. I know this guy. That's the teacher from the street masterclass. Turns out he's the biggest star here. It was thanks to this very number that exactly 20 years ago, the world learned about Irish dance. Since that time, the show Riverdance has been seen by 23 million people. The cast has performed 30,000 shows and 50 weddings within the group. By the way, the lead performers are husband and wife. And this is, I guess, what I will have to do later. As they say, don't even think of counting on me. Right after the performance, the dancers proceed to rehearsing their next routine. Today, Riverdance has 3 casts which tour Asia, America, and Europe all at the same time. The creators of the show agreed to tell me how it all began.
It's lovely to see it again, and I've seen it so many times, but it's almost
This is the
20
first
years ago.
performance of Riverdance. In 1994, Ireland hosted Eurovision for the first time.
It was the,
As its television producer, I had to come up with a trademark for our country.
broadcasting.
It might seem strange today, but back then nobody heard of Irish step dancing.
John and Maya held an audition among dancers from the Irish diaspora around the world, ultimately opting for 2 Americans, Michael Flatley and Gene Butler. Their take on it was a lot like a Broadway show. Broadway also inspired the costumes, choreography, and even the idea of 30 dancers standing in one line. Today, Riverdance is the most recognizable Irish brand in the world.
To support the gathering.
2013 had been declared the year when the Irish diaspora returns home.
Well-known.
The Guinness Book record is just an excuse for us to dance on the banks of the River Liffey in Dublin together with the American, European, and Australian Irishmen, as well as other people from all around the world who feel close to our culture. Riverdance has produced a special video tutorial for the future record holders, and my head is buzzing with all kinds of questions.
Do you think you can do this? It's not too fast, is it?
That's all you've got to do, you see? It's not too fast.
This is not too fast?
Too difficult?
I mean, it's not too difficult.
You can do it?
We'll be there to
Yeah, you can do it. We'll be cheering you on.
Okay, I'll try. Thank you.
please.
And thank you. Good luck.
Thank
Very
you.
much. Good luck with everything.
Dublin is like an old friend who understands you without needing to talk. Musicians playing on Grafton Street, the city's main pedestrian street, somehow guess my mood. But it's impossible to feel down for a long time here. Sad music is not very popular with the Irish. What was that? What was that music? It's Irish music. Traditional folk music? And who's this girl? Molly Malone. Who is she? Just a character from a famous Irish song.
She was a fishmonger.
She was a fishmonger. No more to tell.
Mussels at the markets around Dublin.
Actually, there's more. Virtually every Irish pub in the world is named after her, Molly's. And songs about the girl have become Dublin's unofficial anthem. Honest courtesan Molly Malone is the symbol of this cheerful city, on par with a pint of dark beer and Riverdance performances. Dublin is the city of adventurers, which means I might get lucky. The name Dublin can be translated as Town of the Ford of the Hurdles, from Old Irish, or a dark tide pool from Old English. What used to be an ancient crossing of the River Liffey, the one that inspired the name of the Riverdance show, is now a state-of-the-art suspension bridge arched to resemble a harp. On the day of the flash mob, 2,000 people will form a line on both sides of the river and across the bridge. I hope it will endure the platoon of dancers tapping out the Irish step dance all at once. Moored at the riverbank is a coffin ship. In the 19th century, this term was used for the new world-bound vessels that carried the millions of Irishmen escaping the famine. 1/3 of the passengers died during the trip. Today, the entire population of Ireland numbers only 4 million people, but the Irish diaspora around the globe is as big as 70 million, and many of them will come to Dublin specifically for this dance. I cannot let these guys down. The record won't be achieved if the line breaks even once, or a single person dances out of tune. I need to practice. Oh well. I guess you can't learn these river dances by brute force. In order to squeeze 10 years into 10 days, I'll have to practice 24 hours a day, even on the go. Run, Alex, run! I always suspected that top-flight step dancers have some secret, and it's definitely their footwear. It feels like the shoes are doing it all themselves, just like a player piano.
Hello.
Hello?
How are you?
Hello there, how are you?
I need
shoes for Irish dancing.
Irish dance. Line.
What size do you wear?
What size are you looking for?
44?
44.
The workshop looks like an Armenian shoe repair on the outskirts of Moscow. But in reality, Eamon Fay is the most famous shoemaker in the world.
Who's on the photos?
Who's that in the photo? Gene Butler and Michael Flatley, the first lead dancers of Riverdance. It was 1995, almost 20 years ago. We made shoes for their first performance on Eurovision.
You guys were the lead dancers back then.
Yeah, and this guy?
And who's this?
This is myself.
That's me, still young. I was a handsome guy back then.
He's still.
And this is my father.
And this is my father. He started this business 40 years ago.
Over 30 years ago.
And that's my son over there. At some point, he'll be the one running this place.
Sometime.
Yeah.
After Riverdance's success, Eamon's business flourished. Today, this small shop makes 200 pairs of shoes per week, each at a price of at least 100 euros. From here, they make their way throughout the Irish diaspora, from New Zealand to the U.S.
We made shoes
Just a
for
couple of weeks ago, we made shoes for President Obama's daughters.
They dancing.
So they are also into Irish dancing? Yes, just like you.
This is a replica
Here's a copy of their shoes.
for President Obama's daughter.
So big.
So big.
So large.
This one's for Malia.
This is one of her
She wears a size 42,
size 8.5.
Wow. That's me.
almost like my shoes.
This
And
is
these are Sasha's.
size 8.
Eamon offers me a ready-made pair to try on and then adjust it for a perfect fit.
Now I think we need to make these a little
You need
bit
bigger ones. You've got wide feet.
It's
The
because.
length is perfect, but just here we need.
We are going to adjust it right here.
I think I might make you a pair.
Yeah, man, look how you.
Can I watch you do it?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, I'll show you.
Middle rare.
Medium well,
Medium.
medium rare.
And this goes
We create pressure here to make the upper part take the shape of a pad. What? Made you think of something funny?
When you're clicking now.
You can strike it as hard as you can. The heel won't fall off.
It's like for.
So I can wear it for 100 years? For 1 year, if you're lucky. And now, finally, the secret ingredient that makes step shoes perfect. The master's apprentice concocts a solution which defines the acoustic qualities of the shoes.
This is where we put the tips on.
We attach special tips to the toes.
Fiberglass?
In the past, they used iron tacks to make shoes, and now it's all high-tech fiberglass.
Now we have your
The
shoes
last
out
thing
of
we
the
need to do is to polish and paint the toe tips.
Wow. Okay.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.
Thank you very much.
I've never had such loud shoes.
I've never tried that. You know, like
I feel like a shod horse.
horse, but it's okay.
You can now tap it out like Flatley.
I will try. Okay.
With new shoes in my bag and Riverdance step video tutorial on my laptop, I'm rushing to the Irish dance class. Hi there, ducklings. I'm going to learn from the best of the best. It's almost like the Royal Ballet Dance School, a star academy that produces a new World Irish Dance Champion every year. The boy in the blue t-shirt is the hope of Ireland, a rising star of Michael Flatley's magnitude, Ronan Kelly. He's only 12, but he's already a 3-time world champion. I'm trying to reach the stars, but immediately embarrass myself. I'm delicately asked to step aside. Looking at these nutcrackers expertly striking sparks with their heels, I realize that my ignition system is terribly faulty.
Do you want to try one more time?
Maybe.
All right, let's have another go. Okay, stop it. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Can
Sorry.
I ask you to show me the most basic steps?
Show me a really basic step.
All right, don't worry.
Because this is not something I can repeat.
Okay. A hop and a skip. 1, 2, 3.
But even the basic step was too much for me. The only hope I have left, my last hope, is my great new shoes. Maybe they will help me learn this dance. These are the kind of boots Pinocchio had, and I feel pretty wooden myself.
This guy's a lost cause.
The most peculiar part of the Irish dance is that the upper body remains absolutely fixed. The legs do all the dancing. It is believed that in the Middle Ages, the British tried to eradicate Irish culture. They even banned dancing. So every evening, a British patrol would look into the windows to check the situation, and the Irish would pretend to be washing dishes while dancing only with their legs. I think their dancing is perfect, but the teachers keep drilling the kids like soldiers before a parade. In the cruel world of sport, results matter more than pleasure. Louder, higher, and faster.
Higher! Reach higher!
I will never be able to do something like this, that's for sure. But watching this is just amazing. They are already Riverdance material. Humiliation again.
Okay, Alex, it's your turn now.
Have mercy. I give up. That's cool, guys. Great job. In a couple of years, these guys will be charging no less than 300 euros for a lesson, so I'm going to abuse my current power. The laptop in my hands, I get hold of Ronan during a break. Can I ask you for some help? I know it sounds funny, but I want to break a Guinness Book record. I need to dance this thing. Check it out. For me, it's almost impossible, but for you, it's just a piece of cake.
Do you want me to break it down for you?
Yes. Did you memorize it already?
Yep.
You don't need to watch it again.
No.
Really?
Really?
For me, this is nothing but magic. After watching the video for just 1 minute, he performs the routine just as well as the instructor on the screen.
You start stamping with your right foot. Then your left foot. Right foot and up. And then change legs.
The torture is interrupted by the teacher. She brings out the Holy Grail won by Ronan.
You want to be there. Wow. This
Is that it?
one, yeah?
The World Cup?
It's the World Cup.
Yes, and this is the gold medal.
Like a, like.
And here's a miraculous belt.
That's right.
I touch it like a shrine. Maybe it'll help.
Oh, you like a.
Oh, you're like a famous boxer.
Like a boxer, that's right.
What's your secret?
I just love dancing. I practice 3 hours every day in dance class, and then also an hour or two at home.
So it's almost like an everyday job.
Yeah, even when I wash dishes, I always hop and skip.
Okay, and now
Can you show me your famous piece?
this piece.
This routine got Ronan the first place in the latest World Championship in Boston. That's where his cup comes from. With his hussar jacket and perfect military posture, Ronan bears an uncanny resemblance to a steadfast tin soldier. His feet, like a machine gun, shoot the hardwood floor at 20 strikes per second, never missing a beat, and as a form of percussion, turn the plaintive harmonica melody into a real symphony. My mind is completely blown. I slip all the way into depression. Please look to your left. We are now walking past the oldest pub of Dublin. Wait, did I say past? In order to stop myself from being depressed, I will go to the end of the world and learn Ireland's oldest dance. I'll also find proof that anything is possible if you want it bad enough. He said, "Let's go," and waved his leg. They say that the spirit of honest courtesan Molly Malone is still roaming the streets of Dublin, driving law-abiding citizens crazy every Friday. Here, nobody cares that Friday night will ruin Saturday. Streams of music flow like wine out of every back alley, and to become a dancer, you don't really need to hit 30 steps per second. After the humiliation in the School of Champions, there's only one thing I want: to forget everything and dive headfirst in the whirlpool of Dublin.
There's rich folks eating in fancy dining cars. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Far from Folsom Prison, that's where I want to be.
You can do it.
It was Joyce who said, "A good puzzle would be to cross Dublin without passing a pub. The challenge is impossible. Even the oldest quarter of the city is called Temple Bar." Every weekend, ever since Viking times, flocks of adventurers have taken it by storm. The most important lesson I learned from Wunderkind Ronan in the School of Champions is that I should practice every minute, and it doesn't have to be in a dancing class. And if that's the case, why not mix business with pleasure by practicing in Dublin's oldest pub? This establishment is incredibly more than 800 years old. It's called the Brazen Head, after a peculiar contraption invented by alchemists in the Middle Ages. The legend has it that it could answer the trickiest, most challenging questions. What are you drinking? Can I have some apple juice? It's probably the reason why people like James Joyce and Jonathan Swift were regulars here. And judging from the surreal content of their books, the Brazen Head's answers were mind-blowing. I have only one question for it. How do I break a Guinness record? I'd say this was the fastest, most pleasant answer I've ever received in my life. Today, the stage is taken by the most native Irishmen there are, a band from the isolated region of Connemara on the Atlantic coast, a national park of long-forgotten Irish traditions. They are performing Sean Nos, old style. That's how singing and dancing was done before the advent of Riverdance. Every client of the pub could enter the circle and express anything that's on his mind. When a mandolin suddenly strikes up a good old Beatles song, I remember the lyrics. "Hey Jude, don't be afraid," and break into dance. The brazen head has a point. And even though its answer at first seemed as murky as the water in the river Liffey, I got the message. Just as it happened to Joyce's Ulysses, it's time for me to make a journey to the end of the world, to where the dancers don't have their hands tied to their hips yet. And people dance just for a simple and intoxicating pleasure similar to that of the simplest stout, to Connemara. Connemara is the Wild West of Ireland. Not a single soul for miles around, only marshes, cliffs, and sheep grazing the emerald green grass. It's here that in the 17th century, the last independent Irish clans were forced to move, having been famously ordered by the British to go to hell or go to Connemara. Their descendants who settled along the coastline of Atlantic fjords still speak Gaelic, which is one of the Celtic languages. Their singing and dancing cannot be found in any other part of the country. The Cunningham family, whom I managed to get an invitation from, is one of those ancient clans. Several years ago, they made it their business to revive the traditional style of Irish dancing, and so they turned a small fishing village at the edge of the Atlantic into the capital of Sean Nos. Hi, Irene.
Ah, Alex, come on in.
The only ones at home were from the younger generation, Michael and his sisters Lorraine and Irene. The father was busy with last-minute preparations before the evening show with all the family members. Unlike the Riverdance style, where every step is well rehearsed and thought out ahead of the performance, Sean Nos is 100% improvisation. What's the name of this tune? Miss McLeod's. Why is it called that? I'm not sure, to be honest. It's just a simple name.
This is a really old song. It's normally played on a melodeon, but only a few people now know how to use traditional instruments these days.
You mean an accordion?
Michael can explain better.
This here is an accordion. It has 2 keyboards, but a melodeon has only 1. Did you get it from your father? From my grandpa. Grandpa and Grandma Cunningham learned from their parents, who in turn were tutored by traveling dancers. In the 19th century, they would wander from one village to another and give widely popular dancing lessons somewhere in a barn in secret from the local administration. The best dancers always were the cool cats of the village.
Sean Nos means old style.
So it gave rise to Riverdance?
Yes, it's the oldest form of Irish dancing.
How did you start learning it?
When we were kids, our parents would take us to Blue Island, our family house, for the summer. Among the old stones and dilapidated houses, they would show us the steps and throw dancing parties. So we've been singing and dancing ever since we were 7.
As any typical Irish family searching for a better life, at some point the Cunningham parents immigrated to the U.S., but later they decided to come back.
I was born in San Francisco, same as my brother Ryan. One of our sisters was born in England, while Michael and Lorraine were born in Ireland. But our home is Connemara. This is where our ancestors lived. This is where I went to school and learned how to dance. I didn't think we'd be dancing Sean Nos if we were living somewhere else.
On the day of the show, the Cunningham family does a run-through of their performance. I'm following them to the rehearsal. So why are we carrying this door? Tell me the truth.
Years ago, that's what they used to do.
Years ago, the villagers would dance on the backside of a door. Still plenty of them left in the old houses. They have a nice sound and it's not as painful on the feet as dancing on stonework or asphalt.
And it's a great workout too. As you're getting to the site, you can build up some muscle. Unlike the Riverdance style, whereby dancers line up in a long chain, soloists is a solo dance. It does not require a lot of space. Instead of a stage, a barrel lid or a half a door taken off its hinges is sufficient.
Before leaving their homeland forever, Irish people would receive a dancing send-off right at the dock, like this one here, because dancing and music were all they could bring with them. It was their connection to the homeland. We're going to show you several steps from the evening performance, and then we'll teach you. Everyone can learn sean-nós, even you.
For a few years, Irene had been dancing soloists in the Riverdance show. The two styles are as different as ballroom samba and Rio Carnival. During the dance, she's smiling, flirting, freely moving her arms, and on the whole, clearly enjoying herself. So are you telling me that this is...
Definitely possible, yeah.
It's very easy to learn.
It's hard to believe after Riverdance.
I'm getting crazy.
Your head is sore. No, it's nice.
It's very relaxing. It's good for your health and really easy. Let's start with the main step. Right leg, shuffle, shuffle. Left leg, stamp. Then you do the same thing with the right leg.
Shuffle, shuffle, stamp. Right leg. Shuffle, shuffle, stamp. The nice thing about it is...
Your upper body can stay relaxed.
So I don't need to stand at attention?
No. It's exactly the opposite. Michael, can you play something for us?
Soloists appeared long before shows and championships, so it doesn't have any rules. Nobody dances as if they've swallowed a ramrod.
Great. You're doing really well.
Yeah, it's quite easy.
The two together.
Okay.
So let's add another step now. It's tip, tip, lift. Tip, tip, lift. Shuffle, shuffle, step. And the same with the right leg.
When you are dancing with your whole body rather than just your legs, it's much easier to get the rhythm.
Now you can start turning.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
You did really well.
Thank you. Actually, I have a goal. I need to learn this sequence from Riverdance.
I need to learn one combination for Riverdance.
Okay.
And it's gonna be something really
How would you
different.
dance it in the soloist style? It looks
soloist.
something like
It's
this.
like something like that. It's like, wait.
Great.
Something like this.
Is it possible?
Can we do it in a more relaxed way? I feel very tense.
Irish dancing, the steps are
You see, the
crossed
difference is that Riverdance dancers cross their feet, while sean-nós dancers don't.
straight forward, you know.
They keep their feet straight.
You don't have to cross over.
So you can relax a bit more, sit back, and feel more in contact with the ground instead of hopping all the time.
But you could just keep
And then you could do something like
when you're
this.
behind like this, and the lifting the leg, you're just keeping the leg slower, and you'd be still stepping back, and you're going to step back, shuffle.
Maybe it's the magic of this place, or maybe it's the vintage door that has had more than one generation of Cunningham's dancing on it. But here I finally managed to get rid of my fear of Irish step dancing. And even though I won't be able to take the door with me to Dublin, I'll try to remember this feeling of ease and genuine joy that the Cunningham family brings into their dancing.
And shuffle. And woo! Hey.
Great job.
Well done.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Thank you very
Wish
much.
me luck.
Wish me good luck.
You're gonna nail it.
On my last night in Connemara, I go out to see the Cunningham family show. It was from this that the renaissance of Sean Noss music and dancing throughout Ireland began. Hi guys, how are you doing?
Yeah, we're all ready to go.
Pretty nervous as usual.
Just bring you in and
We'd like you to meet our father.
we hold our father.
Hello.
So this is Alex.
I'm Alex.
Alexander, nice to meet you.
Good. I'm really. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Is it okay? We're going to go and get
If you don't mind, we're gonna go get ready.
Tell me, what about?
What is this show about? This is the legend of Grenouille, the pirate queen who was native to these parts. She became famous for her bravery, and Queen Elizabeth even granted her a pardon.
A warrior she went out to
Are you a seaman yourself? Yes, my grandfather came from the same parts as the pirate queen, and he also was an amazing dancer, so this is in our blood. Though he taught Sean Noss to all 5 of his children, Cunningham Sr. himself hasn't been dancing for a while. Bad knees. In the family show, he's now a ticket man, a promoter, and a choreographer. By the early 2000s, Sean Noss almost disappeared. There were only several much older dancers left. At the time, Riverdance was all people talked about, and my son decided to do the first ever Sean Noss performance. Previously, this style was reserved only for family events.
Was teaching you?
And who taught you? In the past, nobody actually studied dancing or music. My son, for example, can play several instruments, but he doesn't even know musical notes. My grandpa was really good at playing this thing.
actually have.
Ah, we know it as Vargan.
We know it as a vargan.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's more than a century old. The moment you'd hear it sound, you start dancing.
Wow.
Thank you very much. Good luck tonight.
Tonight. Thank you very much.
Okay, I hope you'll.
I hope you'll enjoy the show.
Okay, good luck now. Take care.
Unlike Riverdance, the setting here is very homey. A small stage and only 4 dancers. The role of the pirate girl is played by a local Irish step dancing champion. Sometimes Cunningham's dance in line, but nobody here really aims for synchronicity. On the contrary, everyone has a unique style. There are no percussionists in the orchestra. Instead, legs skip all over the tune like a sewing machine, decorating it with musical embroidery. And unlike many other shows, it's clear from the start that all the participants are performing live. At the end of the play, Michael is being seduced with an outlandish dance. It looks like Cuban salsa. But the strict-looking pirate girl steps in to protect the Irish step dance from foreign provocateurs. Emotions in the audience run wild as if during a football game. The viewers are equally happy to watch samba, Irish step, and a traditional broom dance. An apprehension of tomorrow. For me, it's another reminder that artistry is always more important than technique. I was about to leave when suddenly... Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a special guest. He's a TV star and a brilliant dancer. All day he's been learning how to dance Sean Noss with the Cunningham family. And tomorrow he's going to Dublin to try and break the Guinness World Record. Please give a warm welcome to Alexander Pukhov.
It's amazing. Bravo, bravo. No curtain call. Like Ross Brown, you wave the way we go.
I guess the Cunninghams decided to make me face all that stage fright head on in preparation for my upcoming performance. Hello guys, how did you find the show? Did you like it? Me too. Thank you so much, guys.
It was really amazing. Actually, I tell you the truth,
Actually, I started learning Irish dancing less than 2 weeks ago, so I'd appreciate it if you'd cut me some slack. Oh no, we are going to put you to a real test. Give the guy a cheer. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was amazing. The music changes and all that's left for me to do is improvise. Oh God. Well, now you've seen it for yourself. Absolutely fantastic. What was it again? Oh, now I've seen everything.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Enjoyed it. Nothing scares me anymore. I can even dance on the moon. Finally, it's record-breaking day. Participants line up on either side of the River Liffey, all wearing black. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the Riverdance dancers who are the reason we're all gathered here today. 1, 2, 3. All 3 casts of Riverdance who came back from Asia, Latin America, and Europe specifically for this day proudly marched to the main stage, the elegant harp-shaped bridge. An attempt to break the Guinness World Record will begin in half an hour, initiating the countdown. A band on board a relic schooner starts playing a 19th century Sean Noss ballad. I think that the last time this many people gathered together on the riverbank was when immigrants were escaping starvation on this coffin ship headed for the New World. There are 2,000 dancers and even more spectators from among the Irish diaspora here. The pressure makes me weak in the knees. To make sure I don't let anyone down, I decide to keep practicing until the very last minute.
Daily bread, your fare, from the Dover Straits to the Faroe Islands, as you're hunting for the shoals of herring. Well, I earn my keep and I pay.
Hello? Is this the way to the dancing? That's right. Okay, guys, wish me luck. Fingers crossed. I'm going in. Estonia, Serbia, Saudi Arabia, Israel, Denmark, Romania. It's our pleasure to welcome participants from 40 countries to our event. As if in a dream, the last 10 days flashed before my eyes. The trip to Connemara, the lesson from a 12-year-old champion, the street masterclass, the meeting with the Riverdance founders, John and Moya. 3, 2, 1, go! Alex!
Way to go, Alex.
As they pass through the ranks of dancers, John and Moya probably think of the last 20 years of Riverdance history before turning over command over the parade to the current star, Padraig Moyles, and the first legendary lead dancer of the show, Gene Butler.
You were on the bridge, you were on the famous...
Welcome to the banks of the River Liffey, which lent its name to our show, Riverdance. Let's do it together. A deep breath, and here comes the countdown. 12, 11, 10.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
He said, let's go, and waved his leg. Watching the cable stanchions of the Hart Bridge quiver to the beat of dancers' steps, I understand why all these girls in white stockings and red-headed boys in short pants have been chafing their feet to bloody blisters their whole life, practicing 5 hours a day for a chance to be here. That's just what makes the Irish Irish. For the sake of meeting friends at a good party, they would spare no effort or think twice before crossing any ocean. Fantastic, 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 fantastic. We did it. We've broken the Guinness record here in Dublin.
It's a terrific achievement.